World War I, a conflict of unprecedented scale, erupted in the summer of 1914. It pitted the Central Powers, led by Germany and Austria-Hungary, against the Allied powers, spearheaded by Britain, France and Russia. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, ignited a diplomatic powder keg. What began as a regional crisis in the Balkans rapidly escalated into a global conflagration. Millions of soldiers, swept up in a tide of nationalism, marched off to war, convinced of a swift victory. Little did they know they were entering a conflict that would reshape the world, leaving scars both visible and invisible for generations to come. The years that followed saw unimaginable brutality and bloodshed. Trench warfare became synonymous with the conflict, a brutal stalemate where soldiers faced artillery bombardments, poison gas attacks and machine gun fire. The Western Front, a labyrinth of trenches stretching across France and Belgium, became a symbol of the war's futility. But the conflict was not confined to Europe. From the battlefields of Gallipoli to the deserts of the Middle East, the war spread its tentacles across the globe, drawing in colonial troops and resources, forever altering the geopolitical landscape. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, officially ended the war but sowed the seeds of future conflicts. Germany, burdened with crippling war reparations and stripped of its territories, emerged from the conflict humiliated and resentful. The Austro-Hungarian and Ottoman empires, once formidable powers, were dismantled, redrawn into a patchwork of new nations with their own internal tensions and rivalries. The war's end ushered in an era of uncertainty and instability as nations grappled with the war's economic and political fallout. The war also had profound implications for international relations. The League of Nations, envisioned as a forum to prevent future wars, proved ineffective in the face of rising nationalism and aggression. The United States, having emerged from the war as a global power, retreated into isolationism, reluctant to engage in European affairs. This power vacuum, coupled with a deep sense of grievance and resentment, created fertile ground for extremist ideologies to take root, setting the stage for another devastating conflict just 2 decades later. Beyond the geopolitical upheavals, World War I had a profound impact on societies across the globe. The war shattered traditional social structures as women, thrust into new roles during the conflict, began to demand greater rights and opportunities. The horrors of the trenches left an indelible mark on the psyche of a generation, leading to a disillusionment with traditional values and a search